Hello everyone and welcome to episode 25 of Kotie's Kingdom, guys. Today I wanted to make it a bit of a special episode by really just taking a look back at what we've done here, just like ever so briefly, as well as work on two new projects, mainly related to the lore of the series, because I know a lot of you guys really like that. So right now we've been working on things like the villager market, just a whole town, really making it look really good, and really just focusing on a lot of things. Like in the last episode, we worked on the iron farm, and as well as just prettying up the area over there. But I wanted to take this opportunity to really focus on the story, and it starts off in the village that we built first. And the main thing is that this village was meant to be enhanced and really just I was meant to make it look beautiful, but I decided to take a different approach, really follow a story, and that of the kingdom that is that this town is where they actually lived first, and they basically got chased away slash attacked by enemies, and they had to run away from the town, and the town was eventually left abandoned and things like broke, mainly from raids and such. And that is what I'm trying to achieve from this build here, just really making everything look like broken and run down. So I had a lot of fun exploding houses, as you can see, and really just making them look like they had definitely been attacked and ravaged by the Ravagers and all that. I don't even know if that's a word, to be honest, but we'll go with it. So overall, I wanted this town just to end up looking broken, a lot of foliage, like wheat farm wouldn't work too well, and I think we achieved a good job of this with random fire as well. So as you can see, the houses are just left completely shattered, and the Nosebergs that used to live here had to run away to the village, which I think it does a good job of really showing that some people used to live here, but no longer this is being used. So the village that we've been working on, Kingdom, that we started in episode 10, is currently two parts to it. There's the main village, which is the Nosebergs village, and then we've also got the rich area, which we're not actually going to focus on in this episode. Now, this village still lacks a little bit of detail, but it is pretty good. It's meant to be the poor man's village, where people like Nitwick Noseberg lived, and he is the guy that they honor in this town because he saved the whole place from a zombie attack, or basically just the enemies attacking, and he did that by discovering iron golems. So we're obviously gonna have to have a lot more fun with that in the future. But here is the town as a whole, and the whole story talks about how they moved over here because of the secluded area, aka there was a lot of mountain range around it. And they did that so that they wouldn't get attacked by zombies. It didn't really work well in the beginning, but now they are good to go. And of course, we can't have that kind of story, guys, without building mountains. So that is what we are working on in today's episode. Now, I want to start off by saying that everything I'm doing here is just the beginning. Like, we're not going to detail it. There's not going to be many blocks added to this. It's just going to be dirt mainly. And I just want to get the layout done today, and then in one of the future episodes, we'll work on detailing the mountain, adding more stone, really just making it look beautiful, adding trees to it and such. So what you'll see today is mainly just dirt. I think I tried adding a little bit of stone, but I don't know if I'm happy with it. So you'll just see me place about 50,000 to 60,000 pieces of dirt, which took me about 13 hours, if not more, total. So I hope you guys enjoy this project. Now, I thought I'd just quickly cover what the idea of this is, and the main thing, as you can see here, is that we are sort of in a sort of crevice of some sort, some valley, and I decided just to keep building the mountains up and up. Like, I was fine with it to begin with until I saw the height of the houses compared to the mountains, and as you can see, it barely goes over right now. So I just kept expanding and expanding, and this is the first sort of custom terrain I've done in this scale ever. So if some of it looks a little off, then that might be why, because I don't think I've ever approached a project like this. And I think it definitely is improving over time, the way I've been doing this and so on, which you will mainly see in the area that I will showcase next, which is sort of like the little crab or little, like an indent of some sort where we're going to have a lake. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm trying to place some stone here, and it's just really not working for me. I think it's because this part of the terrain is what I did first, so it's just gonna need some rework. But yeah, this part here is where we're gonna have a lake at the bottom, possibly a waterfall on top. Now keep in mind the top of the mountains have not been finished, nor the other side at all, which means they're probably going to be way bigger, and the terrain itself will go around the entirety of the kingdom, so even the rich district and all that. But as said, we're going to focus on that in a future episode because there's just too much to it right now, and 13 hours of work I feel like is enough. So yeah, I thought, since I promised you guys that I would do the custom terrain, then I feel like this is the right time. Really just working on it, because this is making the place look so much better. And we're also going to have a more of an in-game look at it here at the end of this time lapse, so we can really see it whilst flying around. But yeah, I'm working on the top here, and it may not look like I'm placing a lot of blocks, but there is so much stuff just being built out and so on, which obviously we're going to have a look at in just a second. But I try to make different height variations and so on, but right now it just all looks like it's capped off at the same level. So I think we should just hop in game so I can talk about what I mean. Now, I'm currently done working on this. It's been a long time, and there is one thing I didn't showcase in the time lapse, and that is I've done a little more work in terms of adding more up here. Now this is what we have so far, guys. This is hours and hours of work, and it is I'm extremely happy with this. There are some holes in the terrain which you'll find something like this, and even over, I think I saw one over here. Yeah, this is Enderman deciding to get rid of blocks and really just annoying me. We also have an accidental mob farm down here. There's so many there's so much torch spam. But yeah, I don't know what to do in terms of the Enderman. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm considering just disabling Enderman grief, because there are so many holes in my terrain. It is crazy. But yeah, overall, really happy with what we've got going on, and it's really just adding to the story of them choosing to build here because of the secluded terrain. Now, one thing I need to work on more is really just making it go down here and out so that it's not still on a flat level, because right now it looks like the terrain was placed after the houses, which is something I wish we could have started with the terrain first, so that we would have not had that problem. But yeah, I've also laid out where the next part of the terrain is going to go, and as you can see, it is just ranging this way here, all the way over to the rich area, and then it's going to go up behind this way. Now, all of this terrain will combine into one, and then it'll expand higher up here, and that's where the mountain's going to be. I really hope that this kind of terrain is helping you guys realize what this entire area is going to look like. And I'm generally super happy with this. Like, my god, this is crazy. Like, I keep coming back here and just flying around because I'm so not used to seeing things like this. And it's just taking that little village that we worked on and just turning it into the most beautiful thing ever. Now the stone is throwing it off a lot, just because I don't really know. I don't really know. I was gonna make the entire mountain range out of stone, and now I'm like debating it. But I think it's just because there's like random blocks like this that's just not looking good. So if we get rid of something like that, let's see. Okay, I can't remember where I did it, but I feel like doing stuff like that is gonna help the terrain a lot and really just make it look better. And that's why I'm also, as mentioned, more proud of this area, because this is the second part that I did compared to all this, and it's just looking so much better because I think I had time to get into how I wanted to build this. And as you can see up here, that's the same. I'm just generally really happy with all of it. And I don't actually think we're going to be working too much more on anything in this episode. I wanted to make it a special episode to talk about sort of the lore of the whole thing. Now, there's so much more lore to add. I know there's a wizard story and so much more stuff. If you guys have any ideas of what would be a cool thing for the story for this entire kingdom, then make sure to comment down below. Let me know if there's something interesting you'd like to see here, such as maybe one of the house guys was actually an enemy and he is spying on them. Something interesting that could really throw the entire thing off would be amazing. And yeah, I think I'm actually going to leave it here because this episode has been the longest to work on, I think, ever. And it may not look like it because you guys mainly saw it in a time lapse, but yeah, there is so much to this terrain. It is incredible. One thing I like doing is actually checking my statistics and going into items here and clicking the times used, because then I can see how much dirt I've placed in total, and we're nearing 63,000 or 64,000. Sorry, it's incredible, and we're not even halfway done, guys, because as mentioned, there is another side to this hill. It's gonna go all the way over here and then start expanding downwards. So it's a never-ending project, really. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for today, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched an episode of Kotie's Kingdom. If you made it from episode 1 up to 25, then thank you ever so much. I know the love for this series is incredible, and that's also why I decided to finally give you guys what I promised you. So as said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, and take care, and yeah, goodbye. And please let me know what you think of this place. Please, it's took a while. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.